Good morning. Welcome to Sankat Mochan for General Awareness. As we all know that we are writing mains answer building program. In this series, we are also doing anthropology optional. And in this series, what we are doing right now, we are taking few of the questions of paper 1 year 2022 UPSC previous year questions, and we are assessing how we can build an answer, how we can think on it, and how we can write a good answer that will give you the marks that's required to qualify as an IAS. Fine, so let's start with this beautiful series and hope you will like, subscribe, and share this video so that we also get motivated to bring these videos at the faster pace and complete entire of the previous year questions of anthropology, that too with quality. I assure you the quality of the answer that we are providing here has no match with the answers available in the market or any of the model answer. That's an open challenge to anyone. So, the next question is pedigree analysis. Now, what I stated, if you haven't seen my video, previous two videos, do visit that because I have what I have done. I have not just read out the answer or explained you. I have made you understand. I have made you think how to think about an answer after reading it. So, now, as you know, this is pedigree analysis in genetic counseling. Now, what UPSC do? See how beautifully the answer is framed. Pedigree analysis in genetic counseling. What they have mixed the two. So now you know about pedigree analysis. You know about genetic counseling, and here pedigree analysis in genetic counseling. So take 30 seconds or even 40 seconds, but think how to go. What can we do? Introduction can be we can define pedigree analysis. Second, guess what? Mention the uses and how it is helpful in present circumstance. See, why we are talking about present circumstance? Because genetic counseling is future. As you have heard about engineering baby or designer baby, this is what genetic counseling does. Fine. You have also heard about CRISPR-Cas9 technology and various other editing tools. And if you know that, it's well and good. If not, comment on the section. I will come up with a separate topic based on biology on that particular issue. Fine. Now, second, how to relate it. This is where you will get the marks. Definition everyone will give, uses everyone will give, interrelation related to the welfare of human and anthropology. Because what the maximum model answer is doing in nowadays, they are only giving the biology part. But here it's anthropology. You cannot just go on babbling about biology and finish the answer and think about getting extraordinary marks. No, until and unless you connect it with the human centric approach, it's not valid. Fine. Now and then conclude on the futuristic and optimistic note, because as you know, designer baby, art threat, there is ethical threat also of genetic counseling, but we have to see how we need to see the future. About the ethical threat or any other threat, government can come up with a law. So always end with a futuristic and optimistic view. Don't give a negative view, because as an IAS officer or administrator, what does what is your duty? You have to come up with a solution, not with the word saying that it cannot be done or this has the problem. Every problem has a solution. Fine. So let's start. Solution. Here what I have done, I have introduced pedigree analysis. Pedigree analysis is a process of analyzing number of generation of family. Is called pedigree analysis. For example, you know Dadaji, so-called grandfather, then your dad, mom, and then you. And in fact, if further your children, your wife, fine. So this is the generation. See, from one generation to another is like this. And here married, then this, they are married, then their kid. Fine. And if there is one line like this, then it's brother or sister. Fine. There are definitions like this, somewhere triangle, somewhere this. I will deal with that also. Fine. It's just a overview to know how relation are being made. Now let's move forward. Pedigree analysis is a strong tool. Sorry. Pedigree analysis is a strong tool in human genetics which helps to predict pattern of inheritance. Like you have heard about Darwin. If you are sitting here reading this answer, you must definitely know about Darwin. If not, it's your homework. Go and read about Darwin. Darwin has done various experiment on peas and how he stated which pea will grow taller or which plant will grow shorter, which has which variety of seeds. From there, that is the basic from where pedigree analysis has evolved to till date where we are sitting right now. Fine. A family tree. A family tree can be represented by pedigree chart with all member of family. Fine. As I stated, if this is the sign, they are married. If one sign is here, they are brother and this brother sister. If they go downward, generation changes. Fine. See, I will come up with a holistic anthropology course. Once we start accumulating the knowledge, then I will go with the entire anthropology course. And ma'am will also be there to guide you on various other segments of including anthropology and various other subjects. So now let's move forward. Genetic counseling is a medical specialty that helps individual and family member to navigate their concern about genetic condition associated with the health risks. Now, there is an example to remember. In the US right now, not in India, but US or Europe, anywhere you go, you will see that they do pedigree analysis. Why? Because if any defect of male and female is there, so what are the chances that the children will be healthy? Or what are the chances that the children will conduct the same disease, that is inherited disease? Fine. So this, if you know the way to cure them, you can cure them beforehand. As you know, the various other autosomal disease, crybaby syndrome, and many more are there. This can be averted if family tree has been studied well through pedigree analysis and with the help of genetic counseling. It can also be evaded. Fine. So these are the merits, but let's see what's written here. Uses, very important. See, uses in present circumstance. Pedigree chart are outline that shows genotype and phenotype, genetic and phenetic of a specific creature and its predecessor. Not only predecessor, and in fact beyond that, grandfather, great grandfather. It shows all the information while regulating utilizing in human families following hereditary illness. They can be utilized for any specific, any trait that is inherited. Fine. Not conducted is inherited, not like coronavirus, but definitely like night blindness, not like AIDS, but definitely like various other. You have seen blue eyes, how various other people get blue eyes. Not everyone is having a natural blue eye. Definitely. That is inheritance from their parents and great grandparents. Maybe both of the parents' eyes are black, but still the daughter eyes is blue because somewhere down the line it was recessive and which is not dominant in the daughter. Fine. Let's move forward. Genetic utilize of normalized symbol and set of significance of person sex, phenotype and family connection. See, as you know, 1 kg is 1 kg in entire world. 1 kilometer is 1 kilometer in entire world. So Here also we have to set the standard. I can't say that square is men and this is circle, and someone is saying that rectangle is men and equal to is woman. So that's not done in this segment, as you have to have uniformity around the world. So we have some certain symbols. Pedigree analysis helps to study family history and inheritance of the gene in human. It helps to analyze an existing population where progeny data from multiple generations are limited. See, it helps to understand what existing population, the population that are living right now. When progeny data from multiple generations are limited, since you know that informal sources of delivery is greater in India. That too in 1950s or 1960s was at the highest. Right now also we are going to we are going towards hospital and institution for delivery, but still we have not achieved the 100% of it. So where this is the problem related to data, pedigree analysis gives us most accurate form of progeny of multiple generation. Fine, and analysis also. It helps to study species for a long generation. See, same what I said, species for a long generation, not short generation. And scientists are able to find dominant and recessive patterns. See, this is very important. What is dominant and what is recessive? Dominant will show and recessive will be, you guys said, it is closed in a box and kept, but maybe in certain other generation it will be as a dominant one. When both male and female has recessive pattern, the recessive will be showing its effect on the person. Okay. Inheritance through pedigree chart methodology. Information is gathered through ego. What is ego? Ego is a person. See, I've written here for your goodwill. Ego is a person of a family chosen by the researcher as main source of information through which all kinship relation and the family tree is built. Can be helpful in prevention of autosomal chromosomal disease. Fine. Now, this is the pedigree chart as I've stated. See what this is. First, you see here, square is male. I stated if square is male, everywhere around the world, square is male. Fine. And here, circle is female. Circle, then everywhere, circle will be denoted by female. If it's like fully black, like this, then it's a affected individual. Like maybe he has night blindness, and this affected female, female, male. Fine. Now, from this part of the segment, UPSC has asked in 2021 about chromosomal disease in prelims question. You can go and read that question. Mitochondrial DNA. Fine. That concept is related to this part only. In the further lecture, we will also cover the entirety of this. Fine. Mating. What is, see, I said this like this is mating. This is offspring, niche. Offspring 1, 2 and generation. Identical twins is shown like this and non-identical twins is shown like this. See, identical twins both are female here, and non-identical twins, one is female, one is male. Fine. Now let's move forward. Here's normal female, hemophilic female, carrier female. This is carrier female. Does not mean that it will be the it will affect the children. It can affect if the male is a hemophilic. Fine. Normal male, hemophilic male. I hope you got it. If not, comment. I will again repeat it. In the further lecture, in the detail, I will cover detailed chapter of this, because I know many of the student has problem in this part of biology because it's not covered anywhere in wholesome manner. See, merit of pedigree analysis. What are the merits? Method in agriculture. See, it is also not only useful in human or animal, it is also useful in agriculture. That's where you will get the marks in UPSC, because everyone is writing on the part of human or animal? Do agriculture relate with us? Yes, because without food we cannot survive. So it's part of our diet. In this, the method gives maximum opportunity for breeder to use his skill and judgment for the selection of plant. Same way, Darwin. Go and definitely read Darwin. You will understand this line. What this line means. It is well situated for improvement of character. It is well suited for the improvement of character which can easily be identified and simply inherited. Fine. It is very simple to identify. There is, you have heard about GM crop, genetically modified crop. This genetically modified crop, DM, mustard, you have heard, BT cotton, brinjal. But in India right now, only BT cotton has been approved and DM mustard is on the verge of approval. And now from this you can relate what? Genetic Engineering Council. What is that? Who gives approval to GM crops? Who said approval and who gives approval? Both are different. Who are the chairman? Fine. This is the interrelation you have to always do. Now, caution to be taken. What are the caution? Informants should be not feel that their information can be used against them. Like, if you have certain problem in hereditary problem, fine, and if this information is leaked to the insurance company, then they can charge you with hefty premium, or they can in fact cancel your premium, stating that you have not stated the problem and you yourself has get aware of it later on. Fine. So these are the most ethical concerns. Key, it can be, data is the fuel of next generation and today's generation. So the data is very important, and ethics comes to plays in here. And ethics part of this will be dealt by madam in a specific and detailed manner. Fine. Good raptor with informant. If you don't have a good raptor, like you have heard about certain private coronavirus so-called testing lab, they are giving the report without testing, just for the sake of getting free leaves. Fine. So this is what lacking of this. And most importantly, information collected should be interpreted in local context, not like if you are having a problem like in south there is a problem of marriage between the own family, so there is very much high rate of autosomal disease, yeah, chromosomal disease. So you cannot just see the south part of a village and say this problem is for entire India. Each part has different, some has anemic, some are having other problem related to blood or certain other disease. So you cannot say entire India or entire South Asia or entire region of Asia. Fine. So it has to be in the local context. Lack of funding for the research work, as you know. See, we have giving funding to various other segments, but this segment has been lacking behind. The reason is that because we still are not in the developing stage, and the government has to do what is most important. So here the problem is lack of funding, because private institutions are having problem to access the fund through local and international market also. Fine. And also you can relate lack of funding. Why? Crowding out. Here crowding out comes in, then you have to go to economy, see, revise your part of crowding out. Fine. And here conclusion at last. Pedigree analysis in genetic counseling is helpful for all spheres of human life, including agriculture, human health, prevention, and certain inherited chromosomal disease and non-communicable disease like cancer, breast cancer. Yeah, this is a very best example. Go and read once how through pedigree analysis you can know which woman is going or which woman has the danger of having a breast cancer. There is certain type of genes that is dominant in that woman, and through that we know that she is going to have a breast cancer. And this is the ethical problem arises if a person go for pedigree analysis about the inheritance disease which which their children can have. But after pedigree analysis, the person doing the analysis also know that she has that gene which can later turn into breast cancer. So she or he, whatever, they can be exploited. Fine. So this is an ethical problem that needs to be addressed by the government, and also one ethics has to be played in, that is medical ethics. There is also ethics code called medical ethics that is different from what government has built. Medical department should have an anthropologist to deal with the cases of explaining and guiding people in the effective way. As you know, doctors doctors are very busy, so anthropologists should be stated in each and every institution of medical, so that they could deal with the psychology and also with the kind of emotions the person gets in after coming to know about this. So kindly like, subscribe, and if you want this PDF, do join our Telegram channel, which will be posted in the link of the YouTube video. Moreover, do share, subscribe, and we will further come up with a second and third questions related to this. Thank you. Signing off.